Check, 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 check. Testing, check. 1, 2. Check, testing, check. 1, 2. Okay. Live. We are live. I'm live. I'm back. You're back. We're back with another live stream today, talking about Dinger Tuesday. It is June 3rd, first Tuesday of the new month, as we are preparing to see what happens today. I'm gonna be chatting for hopefully the next roughly 10 plus minutes, and then I gotta do something real quick, and then I'm gonna come right back on the stream. Probably only take maybe 2-3 minutes for me to run and go do something and come back to the stream. Quick intermission. But yeah, guys, diving into the Dinger Tuesday report for the picks today. As I always say, per my videos, go and follow me over on Twitter at Vortex46 for all of my picks, as we are trying to get some wins here. I have a couple of total base picks here for Bryce Harper and Ben Rice currently. As I'm moving forward, I'm starting to use Prop Finder here as a AI tool site for basically home runs and total bases, but then I still got to use the OG here, which is Outlier, still one of my favorite sites here, specifically for my picks for MLB and stuff. So just using various information to be able to put picks together. But let's dive into the picks for today, as we are going to be pushing to hopefully possibly cash on maybe a 1 or 2 home run parlays. I have a home run parlay in currently, and gonna look to try to get another one in today, but it's probably going to be like a 2-leg parlay. I have a 4-leg parlay, and that parlay is currently put it in bet over on BetMGM. Aaron Judge, Yelich, Caminero for the Yelich for the Brewers, and Caminero for the Rays, and Ohtani for the Dodgers. But let's dive into these picks today. Definitely gonna look to do another total base parlay, because total bases are still relevant. So if you're new to Prop Finder, or if this is new, you've seen this, don't get too overwhelmed by the information. It's real simple. It literally shows you positive is the green, negative is the red, but the red doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, because batters can go out there and get 2-3 hits, no home runs, and have 4 total bases, and it'll still be a cash for you. So let's see what we can do here today. So it's Paul Skeens' day today. Let's look at his pitching real quick. So he, as far if you're looking at his strikeouts, at least, Skeens is currently at the plus. Technically, he's 5 for 5 in the last 10 games of getting strikeouts. So if you want to consider taking Skeens for strikeouts, you may want to do so. He's had 3 straight games of hitting over the 6.5, basically getting the 7 here specifically. But in the head-to-head matchup, the one game that they played last season on July 29th, he finished with 6 Ks instead of the 7. I don't know if we won that game or not. That's my hometown team, actually. But if you want to go a different route, say, because I sometimes will go like hits allowed, or should I say even outs. So he hasn't been doing so well on outs, so I probably wouldn't touch outs. Maybe hits, but at the same time, we're facing off against the Astros. So when it's pertaining to the Stros, so Isaac against Paul, He's at a positive when he's facing off against a right-handed pitcher here because his information is down here. He's in the green. His batting average is 277, slugging 482, and then his ISO is 205. Now that's low. The ISO, you kind of, for me as a total base connoisseur, I would kind of say, I look to see if the ISO is higher because that definitely focuses on the total base stuff. But again, if the ISO is still like even above the 200, is like 300, 350, even 400, that's great. That means that that's pushing more towards the home run stuff. So against Paul Skeens, though, he has had 39 pitches thrown at him. He's 0 for 7 against Paul when it's pertaining to his at bats. He's been walked once. He's struck out 2 times, and that's a very interesting spot here, specifically for Isaac when it's pertaining to Paul. He's only struck out against Paul 2 times, but he's 0 for 7 specifically. So more than likely, Isaac has been hitting the ball, out. He's been pretty much getting out. He hasn't been striking out at all, but he's been getting probably ground balls, running into, 2 baggers and stuff. I mean, not 2 baggers, but running into double plays as far as getting out. So there's that. So I would probably stay away from Isaac when it's pertaining to strikeouts. Let's look at Tuve here. Same thing. He's had 11 pitches, 3 at bats, 1 hit, no Ks, no nothing. So I kind of feel like that this matchup against Paul, he has no information against Christian. Interesting enough. I kind of may want to consider maybe not doing strikeouts. It's just something that I decided to just kind of look at when it's pertaining to Paul because it's Paul Skeens Day basically. So you may want to consider hits allowed. Maybe the under because we're going against the Stros. That for the first few batters look like they're not striking out against him at all. So you may want to consider just doing that. But let's look at some actual hits here. So the Marlins game. Okay, so Sandy is pitching because I believe they didn't have a pitcher specifically set. So when I'm looking at the Colorado batters against Sandy here, technically both, right? Because they both, like Dollander and Sandy, they both have allowed 6 home runs. Well, actually, no, though. Sorry, Sandy has allowed 5. But Stowers is in the green. Let's look at him. He has no information against Chase. Chase is a right-handed pitcher. Stowers' batting average is a 260 currently, but his slug and ISO is in the green. So let me see what he's done specifically. And this information is more so for what he's done against right-handed pitchers per the specific like fastball, changeups currently, the ones that basically Chase throws. Let me see, where is the info for, is this it here? Nope, that's not it. There we go, pitches. So let's see. So Chase throws the 4 seam basically 54% of the time. His throwing the batting average against that is a 240. He's allowed 6. He hasn't allowed any other home runs against that. And the changeup, he's actually in the green. He's actually doing well against. Actually, I'm sorry. The batters are doing better against the changeup, and Stowers is actually doing really good against the changeup. So this might be a consideration for him to get. Maybe I would probably more than likely take Stowers for total bases just because, but I would just put him down for 2, maybe even 1, and maybe parlay him with 1 or 2 other players to get a plus value. I know that Stowers came through. I think he had 2 hits yesterday. Let me see. Let me look at his stuff. Stowers had 1 hit yesterday, and he was able to get 2 total bases. So Stowers has been sucking There's a reason why I haven't really touched him at all. But he might, again, he might go out there and start going on a run, start getting some total bases, some hits moving forward. But again, it depends. Now, per his splits at home, his batting average is 278, slugging is 46, 463 basically. Night games, he's doing really well, 254, 42. In the month of June, though, he's again 1 for 9 currently, so it's in the negative. But on Tuesdays, his batting average is 214, but he has a slug of 429. I personally, again, I may possibly consider putting him down for maybe just a single pick as a total base, but you know, who knows for sure. Let me see. Ramirez. So I started taking Ramirez late, and he started to go cold. And this is pretty much around the time. This was earlier in the month. Like, he started to pick up some stuff here, and I was like, okay, let me start putting him down. And it was right after around here when he started to go cold. So he's been wishy-washy. So I probably wouldn't touch him. Jesus has been fairly well when it's pertaining to total bases and hits. Let's see. He's been doing well the last 10. Not so much as the last 5 or last, and even in the head-to-head, he hasn't been doing so well. But more currently, he's for this. Well, he has the one game this year. Well, actually, yesterday, technically. But he's actually doing well against right-handed pitchers. 270, 396 slug, but his ISO's down. So that's probably due to the fact that he's had these 3 games where he hasn't been able to get. If he had these 3 games with 2 total bases, maybe 2, his ISO would be a little higher. Let me see. What is he doing? So he's fairly basically in the positive, right? Night game, because this is night game. 330, 484, 4 for 9, 444. I see that number pretty much every day. 333, same thing. So I might consider putting Ramirez down for a total. Sanchez for a total base. Let me look at the splits for the pitchers and stuff here. So his curveball, but he doesn't. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, oh, well, maybe the curveball could be something that. So the batters are doing well against the changeup. Now Sanchez is not doing well against the changeup. That's the only thing. He's doing better against the fastball. I don't know. I might consider still putting Sanchez down. Let's look at the last few. So yesterday, filled out. So even fastball, like, look at this. He's 1-0, 2-0. He had a double against Hendricks. 3-0, and then 3-1. And so he's actually 4-1 against the fastball. So I might consider putting him down for a total base. But I might parlay it. Excuse me. Again, I might, because he might actually get the 2 today. He might. Let me look at Chase real quick. You see what he's doing. It's not pulling up his info. Huh. Interesting. Let me see. No. So it pulls up Sandy, but it doesn't pull up. Interesting. Let me then go to Outlier here. Let's go. I'm on the because maybe they'll pull up Sandy's. Yeah. Luckily enough. I mean, not Sandy, but Chase. 4, 5. Let's do 3.5. Excuse me. So he's actually been doing well against, like, pitching, like, strikeouts. He's averaging 4 the last 5. and no, I guess no other information. That's probably why. That's probably why I wasn't pulling up on Prop Finder, because he doesn't have anything to really look at, but Sandy does, so that's probably why. I gotta run. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry for the delay. I'm back. So I have to go run and do something. All right. Let's see. What else we can get into here? So that's pretty much that one. All right. So that's that. That's that game. Now, so like I said before, I have or on my Twitter, right? I have Bryce Harper to get 2 total bases. Per the information from Prop Finder and Outlier, batting average 256, 51 total bases, 6-4 to the over. He's averaging 2 total bases the last 10 games. Splits away, batting average 234 is in the negative, but night games and Tuesdays he's 250, batting average 333 batting average. So it's in the positive. And then Ben Rice, really liking this kid, the young man here, rookie. Well, not rookie, but the young man, averaging 1.8, 5 and 5 though to the over on the total bases. Batting average 267, 70 total bases though, which is really, really good, right? And then at home, batting average is in the negative at 225, but night games and Tuesdays batting average in the positive, 256 and 353. This is per Prop Finder and Outlier. I'm thinking of possibly putting Bryce on a home run ticket, but I'm a little bit up in the air about James Wood or Crow Armstrong being put on that said ticket, or possibly putting both Wood and Crow on the same ticket. Now, when you look at their information, more specifically James, he is definitely in the green. He's last 10 games, he's 4 for 6, just smacking. He had a back-to-back on the 27th and 28th. Right, one of those games I actually considered putting him on a ticket, and I didn't. I did put him on a ticket for total bases, but of course the total base didn't cash because a couple other players did not meet the criteria of what I needed, and the parlay fell through. But he at least did his job. So I'm also considering doing a 2-leg 3 total bases parlay. Those are actually one of my more favorite parlays to do, simply because those are like still kind of long shotty parlays. Even just doing just a single pick is still a long shot, because a lot of times the batters usually only get 2, if that, and definitely if that, just 1. So when I'm looking at James, he looks really, really enticing to put him down for 3 total bases, but then I would probably put him down not so much as with Pete Crow Armstrong, but with somebody else. I do actually have a specific ticket that I put in that I did not post on my Twitter, and I'm going to be testing some stuff out. There's just certain picks I'm going to be testing that I'm not going to post, just because I need to test my theory on some things. But real briefly, I'm gonna, like I said, I didn't post this on my Twitter, but I have it here on my phone. So let me just make this quicker, easier. Let me select the Brewers game. Now, mind you, I have to kind of speed up some, just because it's the first game is starting at first couple of games started at 6:40, 6:45. It's 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. So I don't have that much, and I want to kind of probably work on a couple of extra picks here. So the Brewers game and the Diamondbacks game. Where did they go? Did I miss it? Did I skip? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there we go. It's right underneath. I missed it. Okay. So Yelich is actually one of my favorite picks, which, like I said, I put him on the ticket for 2 total bases, but I might end up putting him and Wood down on a three total bases. Like, now look at how beautiful, um, his stuff is when it's pertaining to the total bases alone. He has hit 3 total bases 5 times in the last 10 games. Right, so he's 5 for 5 in total when it's pertaining to get 3 total bases. Technically, he's actually 6 and 4 of getting 2 total bases or more. So it's still something that you can consider putting in. He is batting. He's been pitched when it's pertaining to Hunter Green. He's been pitched at 66 times. He has 4 hits and 15 at bats. Batting average is positive. ISO positive. 46. That's actually my favorite number. Right. Which is why it's a part of my Twitter handle, right? He has 2 home runs against him. So this is just something that you can possibly consider taking Yelich down for just a home run, but definitely for total bases at least, because he could possibly get 2 hits and get the 3 total bases, or even I've seen more recently some batters get 1 hit and get the 3 right there in the very first hit. So here's the thing though. Hunter Green is doing really well when pitching against left-handed batters, because that's what Yelich is. He's a left-handed batter, because he has a plus value, a plus in the green, PBA 198. So let's look at Hunter's stuff. Strikeouts, he's more in the positive. He's 6 and 4. But more recently, he hasn't been able to strike out recently. Walking into the end of May, walking into June. So he kind of struggled. But in the head-to-head matchup, he actually is 1-1. But this was last season. So I'm still considering taking Yelich down for another side ticket here. Let me look at his. So you look at his 260, 515, and more recently, positive green here. Again, 3 home runs in the last 5 games. Let me see. So they're away, on the road. 282 average, 524. Night game though, his batting average is down, but his slug is still up in the positive. June, he only got 1 hit, but he's 100% on this, 1,000% on his slug. Tuesdays, batting average 194, slugging 583. Now again, I put him down for at least a 2 total base, just in case he gets 2 hits and gets the 2, because that's also happened for a couple of my picks too. It was last night too. Even I had Green down for the Tigers to get 2 total bases, and he got it off of 2 hits when he was struggling most of the game, even though the Tigers pretty much blew out their opponent, and I was like, "Dag, like my pick's not gonna hit." I took it as a single bet, and when I woke up this morning, seeing that it was my only win. Everything else fell through. Parlays and other stuff fell through. So that's why I'm kind of mad, because I had. Now I'm thinking about it. I had Friedel down on a separate ticket. I was considering putting him down because I went with Ellie De La Cruz instead. If I had just put Friedel down as an extra pick, I would have had 2 wins at least. So there's that. I went with Della because of, was thinking he was going to do something. And I actually think I did put him down on one of my other parlays for the day. I think. I can't remember specifically. Let me just re-looking. No. Let me double check here. Nope, I don't. I have a 12-leg parlay, 2 total bases. He's not on there. So yeah, Yelich might be a key thing. And then also too, I also have on that parlay, that 2 total base parlay, I have Matt Olson down on there as well. He's more in the positive as well. 6 for 4, or is it 5 for 5? He might be 5 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 6 for 4. Averaging 2, Taking a chance because his batting average against Gallen is down, even though the ISO's up. He has a home run against him though, which is good. But against right-handed batters, his batting average and slug is down. But he's actually in. That's the other reason why I took it, because he's actually been in the green as far as hitting distance and everything. So I'm hopeful that Matt can, and he just recently just had a recent home run against Trevor Williams on the 22nd, which was a little over a week ago, right? So, but again, he's been able to get 2 total bases at least. So the last 5 games. So he's 4-1 the last 5 games as pertaining to getting the total base. And he looks like he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-4 the last 10 games in a head-to-head matchup. So that's actually pretty good. Let's see pitches. He's in the green for the most part against Gallen's Arsenal. And then let's look what he's doing. Home games. Average is down, 210. Slugging is up. Night games is actually in the positive, 247, 473. He had 1 hit, which he got the 2 total base, 500 slug. And on Tuesdays, 9 hits and 37 at bats, 243, 541. So it's just played the key role. A lot of stuff played the key role why I decided to go with him for 2 total bases on this ticket, because I'm kind of testing some stuff. I'm going to be looking to work on some specific things walking moving forward. So I haven't been able to do what I wanted to do tonight, so it's probably not going to work until maybe because I am off tomorrow, so I am gonna be looking to do some interesting stuff tomorrow as well. Now, Guardians, Yankees. So per that pick, I think, like I said, I'm thinking strongly about Wood and Yelich down for the 3 total bases. But let me look at something real quick before I move on to the next game. Where are we going? Did I go? Yeah, I did. Now, per Wood, he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games where he's had 3 or more total bases, and then Wood, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games as well, 3 total bases or more. Look at Horton real quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just put this in. This is gonna be over on DraftKings. Because I just think like this could work out, possibly. Because Yelich has been, kind of red hot. How about leave me alone on doing? Sometimes I can't stand the they always want you to do like the casinos and stuff. Like, I ain't touching that stuff. So I'm just gonna put the ticket in, because that's what I've been feeling, like a strong feeling to do this pick here. So over on DraftKings, Yelich's 3 total bases plus 210, and then Wood his total base. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Is 230. That's actually pretty good, actually. When it's like middle to low 200s, that's actually good. I locked it in. I just said screw it, I'm gonna lock it in. Because I want to see how this one goes tonight. It was just something I was feeling strong. Again, I was also thinking about Pete, and I forgot to look at Pete because I might still do an extra one. Just put James and then Pete down. So let's see. Now he's a little bit more of an interesting case just because he's kind of been off the last 10 games. He's still averaging 2 total bases over the last 10. He's only got, but that's the thing, he's only got 3 games where he's had 2. So he's 3 and 7 over the last 10 games, getting 3 total bases or more. But his against right-handed pitching is, look at this, 305, 317 on the ISO, which is what I really want. Because pretty much same thing with Wood. His is 292. So as long as it's around like close to 300 or more, I'm like, yeah, I would put you down for 3 total base. But the only thing is he's been pitched to against Trevor 10 times and he's 0-2. He's struck out twice. But he's still in the green against, you know, the Arsenal, pitching Arsenal. And he's also in the green, which is pertaining to what you're looking for. Look at this. Away games, 270, 609. Night game, 285, 577. June, 3 for 4, 750 on both the average and the slug. And then on Tuesday specifically, 310 and 571. So if anything, I've been trying to put him down. I think I put him down twice for home runs and it didn't click. I think it was either before this game or after. It was one of the two where I can't remember specifically. It was around here when I put him down, because I know I did put him down here for a home run and he didn't get it. So that's what I'm saying. He possibly just might get a home run today. Plus Trevor has allowed 6 home runs against left-handed batters in 29 innings pitched. So compared to Horton, that's why I'm not thinking of touching a home run here. But at the same time, somebody may, for Washington, might end up smacking it. It might be Wood, might be Josh, might be Garcia. Because when you're looking at home runs, you're looking at the barrel, and you definitely want it to be like 10, 15 higher and stuff like that. So these are like perfect, 27, 19, and 18. These are like technically perfect. So let's look at Garcia real quick, because I did look at him earlier when I was at work, because he just stood out. His stuff just stood out to me. Now prior to, what day is that? Because he kind of slacked. So prior to June 1st, he was actually doing fairly okay. He had a double, some ground balls, but he was at least hitting. And he's sort of kind of in the green. Home games, he's hitting 244, 337 slug. Night game, 257, 422. But in June, he's 0 for 4 because, you know, the first base, I want to say the first game. Yeah, the first game is his only game. He went 0 4. And more specifically, that I want to say that kind of hurt his batting average for Tuesdays, just because he was probably 3 for 31. Had he maybe had gotten 2 hits, then his average would have probably went up. But he still has a 387 slugging. Let's see. But he's only the only thing is, though, which is good, he's only struck out twice on Tuesdays, that's a good thing. So there's that. And he's mostly in the green against Horton, Arsenal. That's what I'm saying now. If anything, I'll probably put Garcia down on the parlay for 2 total base. That's what I was thinking about earlier today, and I didn't get a chance to do it because work was getting in the way. Suzuki. Let's look at the home, because I did put him down on a total base. I think it was here, and he got it. But he got it late in the game. Yeah, that's right. It was because it was late that game. I remember because I was paying attention to that whole game. He couldn't get anything like the first. Well, actually, it went longer than what it was. I think if I remember correctly, he went at bat for 5 or 6 times and he got it on the final at bat. So I was glad because I was like, "Dag, my parlay," because I had him on like a 6 leg or 8 leg parlay, and he was my first pick, and I was like, "Oh, my parlay's done," and then he got it on the last at bat, so that worked out. So he sucks against right-handed pitching, but he's 3 for 9 with a positive batting average of 3.33. But his ISO sucks. Struck out once, walked once, 45 pitches. Um, but Trevor sucks against right-handed batters. So it's a bit of a interesting thing. But he's been recently hitting, which is sort of kind of okay, right? More recently, he had a home run, double. Let's see. Mostly, well, yeah, mostly positive, except for just June because he's 0 for 3 for the beginning of the month so far. But he's away 317, 702, 264, 496, 341, 683. Just another player that I may consider putting down for total base. Just considering. No, maybe Michael Bush, maybe, but that's the only thing I can't see. Well, thank you, Prop Finder. Outlier, for allowing me to look up because Prop Finder doesn't have Mr. Bush's. Makes me wonder if he's related to George. Sorry, my laptop sucks. Still trying to hopefully get my first PC. Okay, so he's averaging 1.5, but he's only 4 for 6 the last 10 games, and 2 for 3 the last 5. Head to head, 2 for 5 in 7 games. Oh, I might skip him unless maybe it's the same thing. A little bit better on the HRR, a little bit. 4 for 3 against them. What is his? How many? He only has. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So sorry. He has 81 TBs. Now, the only difference between Outlier and Prop Finder, their batting averages are a little bit different. But Trevor does actually do well against left-handed batters, though. Let's look at this here. But Bush is actually in the positive, while Trevor's is in the is. That's another reason why I like Outlier too, because they give you like the percentage of the box, the pitcher's box, so in the batter's box. So this could be something that you'd be like looking like you'd be like, oh well, Bush is in the green, but also Trevor's in the green against left-handed batters. But Trevor has been kind of struggling against left-handed batters more recently, due to the pitcher's box here, his specific pitcher's box. So while Bush has been actually, doing fairly well, so something to consider, because I might even still decide to still put him down for 2 total bases, just on a separate, like I said, maybe a 4-leg ticket. I'm trying to do this. Still got a little bit of time. Trying to get this done by 6 p.m. Got under a half hour to try to figure out maybe like a 4-leg parlay. But that's that. Okay. Now, let's go to the actual game that I was trying to focus on. So I put come on. Sorry, my laptop decided to want to. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, so I did put Judge on on the ticket for a home run. Main reason his batting average against Tanner, he's 3 for 3 in 14 pitches. 3 for 3. 1,000%. 333. When it's just pertaining to just hitting the ball. He has no home runs against him. But he's been struggling as far as his info against the pitcher, the right-handed pitcher. But again, he's been doing this thing. Oh, he's been fairly doing this thing. I do sometimes wish doubles were a little bit more prominent, but there's a reason why doubles are like plus 400 or higher a lot of times. It's because batters don't get them all the time. It's like once or twice a week, the batters will get a double. Let me see. And he's in the green. It's 364, 768. Night game 400, 718. Tuesdays 455, 758. There's, like I said, there was a reason why I decided to go with him. Simple and easy. I kind of went with the more prominent batters, but as I always do, I look at the other batters because again, his teammates. There's a reason why I was considering Ben for a home run. He did get one last night. He's 1 for 3. He has a home run against Tanner. So ISO's pretty much perfect. Per his splits. A little bit of a dip down for his averages at home. But he's in the green pretty much in everything else. The night games 257, 564. So there was a reason why I decided to just more specifically, like I said, I put him down for at least the total base due to the information. Because I kind of believe that he can go out there at least get 2 total bases, but he might go out there and hit a home run a day. He just might. Let's double check Bobby again for me at least. Let's see. His hits, he's allowed so many hits. He's in the green. So if you want to consider maybe possibly putting him down, taking him for 5 hits, it's minus 170 over on FanDuel. As I've been saying recently on my videos, like, hey, just maybe consider still just pouring extra funds. Like again, if you normally bet $10, hey, maybe you have to bet an extra 7 or 8 to get to get a profit back, to get that whatever. Because if you're betting $10 to get 20 plus bucks back, you would just put down 6 or 7 extra bucks, $8 to get back 30 something bucks, because it's a minus 170. It's just something that you have to do, because at the end of the day, if you decide to walk away from the table not putting this specific pick in because the pick was juiced and it hits, you missed out on extra funds in your pocket. Again, you don't have to do the pick, but it's just something to consider. Because I get it. We all are looking for that, plus 120s and even minus 120 or minus 110 or minus 105, or even, like I've been continuously saying, plus 100s are like my sweet spots picks for stuff that I normally do. Let me see. Out 16 and a half. So that's underdog. So minus 105 DraftKings for him to get 18 outs. He's averaging 17.2, just shy of 18. He's 6 for 4 last 10 games. 3 for 2 the last 5. Head-to-head matchup 2-2. He hasn't been, well, he's gotten 5. He hasn't been able to get 6 though. But that's prize picks though. That's the only thing. So per his stuff, he's actually doing well on the road. Night games as well. Pitching Tuesdays is actually doing well too. Just curious and wondering how this one's gonna go for this game. I usually just go game for game now instead of just trying to find, because clicking on all of this, clicking on this and trying to scroll which way, it's just like, it was just a lot. So let me just do game for game. Okay. Let me look at Clement here. He's a righty versus a lefty versus Sanchez. Now, let me look at Sanchez here. Y'all seen the positive with strikes. It's another one you may want to consider putting him down for the 4.5 at least to get the 5. It's minus 146. I never did look at walks. Oh man, if you would have did this 3 straight games, you would have won some money. He's actually not been allowing too many hits though. More recently, again, the 2 starts that he allowed against the Athletics and Atlanta. So he's going against Philly. So, Toronto. So, let me see. Clement more recently has been hitting. That's the thing. That's the reason why it just looks the way that it does. He bats well against left-handed pitchers, but he's sucked in 3 at bats, 6 pitches, 0 for 3. But he's in the positive. That's the other reason why I would probably consider putting him down for 2 total bases. Maybe. He's in the green on everything too, man. And he had back-to-back home runs. Now here's the thing: the last time, which was it yesterday, the day before, I wasn't looking at a player. I didn't even know he had 2 home runs. And now that I'm looking at this, I might end up putting him down on a straight pick for 2 total bases here. He doesn't have any. He's 0 for 3 though. That's the only thing. But today he might be the day that he gets the hit. Might be a home run. 4 straight games of 2 total bases or more. Man. Now that's interesting. It has 30th. It doesn't have 31 in June. Interesting. Prop? Oh, that's why. Because it's 11. Let's do both. There we go. All right. Okay. But he still did well. He had a double on the changeup against Hogman on the 31st. But he filled it out on fly ball against Spence, righty. But he's going back to facing off against left-handed pitcher. I don't know. I might end up just taking him for a single 2 total base real quick. What time again? 7:07. I'm probably gonna do that. Let's look at Vlad real quick and Springer. 21 pitches, 1 for 5. He's in the green. He's batting well against. Let's see. He's been fairly okay. He did double in yesterday's game. He had a home run recently, but that was okay. So the last time he had a home run, sheesh. Well, that's. Oh, let me look at both. Let me see. Just to make sure that this is correct. So the last home run he had was on the 24th against Boz. Let's look at this information here. He's in the green, except for on Tuesdays, 125. Sheesh. And he struck out 7 times. So I'm just kind of curious and wondering what I want to do with Vlad. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So I'm probably for Vlad, because again he's going to get 11. Probably, maybe, possibly doing 2 total bases. Let me look at Springer. Kind of struggled a lot. Basics, almost, yeah, pretty much in the green though, but he's been struggling to really do anything. Oh, he did. Okay, so he hit a home run on the 31st and on the 29th, but that was it. He's only hit 3 in the last 20 games. So let's see. Nah. Let's see. Interesting enough, he has the most home runs against left-handed pitchers. Interesting. His barrel was 24%, though. That's an interesting thing. Okay, Mr. Kyle. Another reason why I put him on my home runs ticket for today. Oh, no, you know what? I didn't put it on. I thought I did. I was thinking about doing that. I didn't do it. So he's actually in the green, right? Except for his slug for the month of June. But he is technically in the green to possibly pretty much go yard today. He has 1 home run against Bowden. He's been in the green, son. Look at this. It's the green, smacking. So this is just stuff that you want to consider when you're looking at this stuff. So let me see. So I might, maybe, well, let me see, 2 plus 255. So Schwarber. Now I'm upset because looking back at this specific matchup yesterday, Neto hit a home run and Trout hit a home run. Was it off of? It was off of a right-handed batter pitcher too. Oh, let me double check. Yeah. I thought he hit a home run yesterday. I swore he hit a home run. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing up here though. Interesting. Did they take the home run away? It even says that he hit a home run yesterday. Maybe it was I guess like an infield home run. Like it was in the field and it bounced out. Maybe that's what it is. No. He's been slacking as far as his total bases though. So I think that's the thing. If I looked at him even yesterday, I would have more than likely skipped him, and I would have been upset either way. That would have made me even more upset about me not putting him down for total bases, and because his data is in a negative. What about Mr. Taylor? Same thing. Just been struggling to do anything. So he only have one hit. So then Zach had one hit. He's just been getting one hit. You know, let me so hit streaks, because this is what I be doing too. So when it's pertaining to my hitting, like my total bases, and every so often, I haven't done it really much. I've been meaning to really dive because I want to dive into hits as well. I'll look at the hit streaks and I'll be like, okay, the first several, I'll be like, okay, I'll probably put down. But it just depends on what they're doing against the pitcher, or if it's just like a blank, I'll still probably consider putting them down. So you got Carlos Santana. He has a positive batting average against Rodon. So Rodon, can I just click his? Yeah. He is a strikeout machine right now. Last 10 games, he's 8-2. I mean, more recently though, he's 3 for 2, but still, he's not allowing any runs. Like, he's beasting and feasting on not allowing any runs. More recently though, he's 4-6 to that. He does really well against left-handed batters. So Mr. Carlos has been, he's 7-3 to getting 2 total bases or more. He has 2 home runs against Rodon, 42 at bats. 42 at bats, 176 pitches. Kind of struggling though to get anything out the park. That's the reason why, because he has 3 home runs in the last 10 games. Let me see. It's almost 6 o'clock. I gotta try to get some other pick or two in, preferably probably a 2-leg home run and then a total base pick. But it'll be like a 4-leg. So he hasn't been hitting. But he's still in the green as far as his information away in June, Tuesdays. So he's doing fairly good. Koki let me down yesterday. No, I'm sorry. No, that's right. He came through. The young man came through. He did his job. So I did put you down on my total base pick. But it was a 12 leg though. All because he's just been handling business. 100%. 90%. He's sort of, yeah, he's in the green per his splits. He's in the green against, well, no, sorry. He's going right in. He's not in the green. He's mostly in the green. Dude's in the red. So it was just a no-brainer for me to put him down. But I'm probably considering putting him down on another ticket. It's been sort of kind of doing okay. Let me look at Ramos here. Was that hits? That was hits. Okay. Only has 2 homers in the last 10 games. He's doing fairly good against right-handed pitching. He's in the green, except for the sinker's batting average, but he's in the green. Could he go yard today? Yeah, he's in the green. So here's what I'm about to do. I think I just found one. I'm gonna put Rodon almost down for 2 total base, but I'm gonna put him down. He's plus 105. Is it still plus 105? If it's plus 105 on BetMGM, I'm gonna take it in a straight up bet, and then I'm just gonna add him on a whole other ticket. But let me also look at the pitcher. What they're doing. I don't think they're really doing much. Might be a 3-fold. I might end up just taking him for a straight home run pick here. What's his 275? Okay. So I'm over on BetMGM now. Wait, is that today? Yeah. Not home runs, but total base. It is. Plus value. Putting that in. Locked it in. Plus 105. Let's unlock that in real quick. Oh, he had a triple on the man. But he's been hitting singles and all of that. He's been handling business. The question is, would he go yard tonight? That's the question. So Brent let me down last night. I had him down on my ticket for 2 total bases, and he only got 1. Pablo. He's not getting any. So left-handed. Is Brandon a left-hander? Brent's a right-hander. But he's 0 for 5. He struck out 4 times. Sort of in the green. Against the Arsenal, pitching Arsenal. But he's in the green in general. Man, I wish I could have caught him getting the 3 total bases here on the 31st. He only has 3 home runs in 20 games. Just looking at some stuff I'm probably not going to do. I did have Butler on a ticket for 2 total bases. He came through, but the ticket failed. Butler's not getting here. Buxton. Boy came through for me last night. 2 total base, but he had 3. There's no info. He's green except for Tuesdays for the batting average. He has 4 home runs in 20 games. 2 doubles in 20. And more recently, he's been handling business. Oops, sorry. Let me see something real quick. So, I guess they're not related, but Jacob Lopez is pitching for the Athletics tonight. Who knows? He's a lefty. And he bats well against lefties. But he only has 2 home runs against lefties. He struck out 8 times. Maybe consider 2 total bases. Minus 120. Is something that's standing out. Okay, so oh yeah, I was looking at let's see here. I just didn't have any time. I glanced at you earlier because I was thinking about putting you on a 2 total base parlay. Yeah, that's the only, I think that's what it was. I think I was just like, oh, maybe not, because he just more recently, last couple starts, he actually went off. So never mind. Oh, I did not look your way, Sir Francisco. Okay. All right. So if I go lender, because he's going against my O's. Give me 1 second. Oh, I didn't know he had 3 straight. Oh, snap, son. Actually, it's more than that. So I go, let me see, because I need to put this pick in. So if I go Ramos, lender, put this over in on DraftKings. Let's see. So Ramos, lender, Schwarber, what would that net me? I think I'm gonna do that as a parlay. Well, pretty much be it for today. Because the hope was that I put in a 2-leg home run. Something standing out. There's a couple of them that were standing out for a 2-leg home run. Oops. Ramos was minus 105 over on DraftKings. And then I said lender. plus 100 on DraftKings. And who did I say? Schwarber? It's plus 115 on DraftKings. And the last one was, I think it was you. Hold on, let me pie on fire. Could do. Um, screw it. I'm gonna put I can find them. Disappeared. So Guriel Jr. put him down plus 160. 4-leg parlay. I should have round robin it, but I'm not. I'm just gonna take it on a straight bet and hope for the best. But that'll do it. I'm gonna maybe look at some other stuff. If I see a pick for a 2-leg parlay for home run, I'll post it on Twitter. But I'm gonna post at least the 4-leg and the 3 total. We'll see. But I'm out. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. I'll probably do another live stream in the morning. Probably do another 2-hour. It's an hour and a half. That's fine. Probably another hour and a half tomorrow morning to talk about the home runs and well, mainly not home runs, but total bases and stuff. Probably some pitcher stuff for tomorrow. But I'm out. Holler at y'all.